Welcome back to the Real Estate Rat Pack Radio Show with Chris, Joe, and Rob. The crew is taking your calls, so dial in at 1-800-808-5548.
And we're back. Man, we are having way too much fun in the studio today.
Once again, the off-show show is rocking.
That's what happens, though. When you bring three beautiful women in the studio with us three, it's going to happen.
I know. You know, we had that show at Easter time that was all guys. It was like too much testosterone in the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we got just the right balance.
Well, you know, we only do that because of OSHA, so.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I was out trolling for guests, as I usually am. And I was at our friend Intero, you know, our Randall Martin.
Randall Martin, Vanessa Martin.
Dear friends.
Yes.
And I met this beautiful woman who was articulate and bright, and she represents REITs, which are real estate investment trusts, in managing them. And it's Myra Johnson. Welcome to the show, Myra.
Hey, guys.
And
how
you don't
are
have to
you?
look at the cards to do this, by the way. In fact, I think I'm going to shuffle those up.
I know. We're gonna keep it PG-13,
Yeah, we are.
right?
Is there such a thing?
Like, what kind of show is this?
It's
really?
it's the double entendre show. So
Yes.
Anyway,
We've always said we're the bad boys of Christian radio.
That's
which is-
right.
Oh my goodness.
How bad do you actually have to be to get that status? So
Well,
I don't
you know,
know.
we haven't been pulled up the air yet. So,
Yet, being the key
anyway,
word.
and they like us.
Kudos,
But tell us the name of your company and a little bit about your company, how long you've been with it, and what makes your company different.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to be a part of a group called Monogram Apartment Collection. We are based out of Dallas, and what we do is we specialize in creating these luxury, mid-rise, boutique-inspired communities. And I think one neat thing about this company is that they place the properties in really strategic areas in core urban markets. So just really out of the box, doing some neat things.
Well, you know, luxury apartments have been really strong for I know for at least the last 5 years. You see them going up and stuff like that. Now they're kind of hitting a ceiling where we've kind of hit the market, I guess, occupancy capabilities and stuff like this. We're hitting that. Your property, tell us where they're located, what makes them unique, and you know, maybe a little bit of the demographics of who's renting.
Sure. Well, here in Houston, we have five. We have 5 properties. We've got one in the Galleria area, Uptown Post Oak. We've got one we just finished construction on in the Museum District, which is cool. It's the Muse. Another one called Illusion, which is on the corner of Bissonnette and Law, so near West U. And then 2 in the Energy Corridor. And that's a great place to be. We just renovated one called Briar Forest Lofts. Gorgeous place. And who doesn't want to be out there with
I've actually
all that?
heard of
it.
Yeah, I've heard of the Muse. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I am probably like the least aware of luxury apartments, you know, in the room. I'm certain, and but yet I've heard that name, so they've got to be doing something right.
Yeah, that's good. It makes me feel good. Yeah. We're doing something right.
So
yeah.
what's the demographic? Are you getting people moving in here and relocating, or are they already here and they just say, "Look, we want to upgrade to a nicer place"?
Yeah, I think we hit on something earlier in the show. I mean, Houston is a great place to move to. Economically, you know, I'm sure you've heard, as if we were a country, we'd be right on par with Taiwan and Poland. So a lot of people come here for job opportunities. I mean, in fact, that's why I came here. And it's funny because I was listening to the other segment, and, you know, as soon as I got here, I just bought a house. I bought a house in Pearland.
Okay.
Without knowing anything about the city.
You know what? I know you think you're far out, but the fact that Pearland was a good place to put your money.
It really was. But you know what? Looking back, because we have 18 neighborhoods in Houston, it would have been beneficial for me to rent. It would have been beneficial for me to get to know the city a little bit more because of the uniqueness of the neighborhoods. And so to experience that. So now what do you think I'm looking to do? Move back in closer to the city.
But, you know, to come in and to invest in Pearland, it's paid off a lot more than investing, you know, let's say in Kentucky winning the finals, you know, something like that, right?
And you know I'm from Kentucky. Go Wildcats! So sorry about that loss. I cried. I had like 3 tears. I still
Won.
bleed blue. So sad about
we all
that.
thought Kentucky was going all the way, and I told everybody, I said, Kentucky's, I mean, just forget it. Don't even anyone else show up. Kentucky's,
Right.
Sorry.
Yep.
I know. Thank you for
I
that.
had to bring that up, and that was
need a
courtesy of
card.
Tim. Thank you, Tim.
I need a card.
Tim's just back there enjoying himself. I don't have to be talking. So, anyway, well, are you usually getting like urban professionals, families, singles, marrieds? I mean, maybe some demographics of.
You know, I think people gravitate to us because of, you know, here's something I say all the time. The effect you have on people is the most valuable currency that you have.
I like that. Can we steal that?
I like that.
That's a Facebook post.
Stolen.
That's a Facebook post.
Hey, Joe, make sure you take that, you replicate it, you put it on the website.
I was feeling particularly brilliant when I came up with that.
Here's how you give Myra Johnson credit the first time you repeat it. Then you mention her name the second time. The third time you repeat it, it's yours.
It's yours. You can have it.
True.
The first time is a good friend of mine, and you name it. Then you leave off the name, you say an acquaintance. And then by the third time, you own it. So that's the official way it works there. So
Well, thank you.
we have the rules. It's the rules. Rules. Once again, OSHA.
Yeah,
So,
so they come to us for that. I think they come to us more because of the community experience. So it's one thing to have sort of a distinct, uniquely branded community, right? And that sort of mirrors its neighborhood. So that's one thing. You can't tell that all of the properties belong to Monogram. They're all individually branded. So that's unique. And then I think the second piece of that is that it's sort of a tailored experience that we offer them, and they can feel that from the time they interact with us and come in, seeing our amenities. And then it's funny, everybody here said they heard about the Muse, and that's because we really engage with the community. And I know that a lot of properties probably say that, but just philanthropically speaking, we partnered with the AHA and raised $5,000, partnered with a local business. We were on the news, and we have write-ups in the newspaper. So we believe in giving where we live, and so
We'll talk about the
it's more of
amenities.
that. Oh yeah, they're awesome. It's luxury living really at an affordable price. So you're going to see neat things like poker rooms, and that's at
Just
BFL.
like Chris's picture.
Game
where is that
rooms,
again?
yeah.
By the way, in every one of them?
Briar Forest Lofts just renovated, and they have an
That's in my
amazing poker
neighborhood.
room. Yeah.
I'm right there at Briar Forest and Memorial.
Yeah, well, we'll have to go there and have lunch.
Absolutely.
We'll have lunch, and I'll take you there. And then,
I just want some cookies.
I know. Oh my gosh, I knew you were going to bring up the cookies. So, Chris, you have to tell. You were so mad that I sent Rob cookies.
I
and not
am
you. I got
never
an
mad,
email
trust
about
me.
that.
There's one thing I
But
But
don't
what did we do today?
Chris
we brought
insisted-
you cake pops.
Cake pops, that's true.
That's right.
That's a step
And you
above
can-
cookies, I think.
Chris
Right?
insisted on
More
bringing
fat,
you on the
more
show
preservative.
to bring up
Fine,
the cookies.
trust me.
Yeah,
More
well,
sugar.
Just so everybody understands, I met this beautiful woman at Intero function, and we sat and chatted. I bet you, 30, 40 minutes
Yeah.
about the business, things like that.
I don't know, once your
And-
panting went down, then you started talking, yeah.
And so she, graciously sent me warm cookies. Now, you were over there talking to other people. Why would
Yes.
she send you cookies?
I walked over and spoke plenty of time to Myra. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
We did. We talked about his love for rap, right?
That is true, yes. A
Who's
lot
your
of music
favorite
I
artist?
cannot talk about on the radio.
Okay, one that you can't talk about. Who's your favorite artist?
I don't know.
I'm asking for a reason.
You're asking for a reason?
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on who it might be. I mean, I love Eminem. I love Nicki Minaj.
One that
Nicki
came up with that new
Minaj.
one.
Yes,
We talked about it
Butter.
on the
Yes.
Yeah, no, don't go
Yes,
there.
I'm not going to go further than that,
Can
by
you
the
give the
way.
name of the song? That's how
Yes.
bad it is.
Yeah.
Oh
Can
my
I
gosh.
Yeah, we'll tell you in the break.
I just want to point out to the listeners that I only listen to Hillsong.
And
Hillsong
gospel
I
United,
love-
And gospel music, yes.
and
Oh my goodness. But
Anyway,
yeah,
we
you
were
have to check
talking
it
about
out.
the amenities. We got
We
off
were,
track.
yeah. So like I said, things like
Amenities.
You said poker.
poker rooms,
Yes.
and then we've got things like indoor and outdoor lanai areas. So it's cool to have a huge pool, right? But then have this indoor area where you can have guests, and you can cater, and then you can still feel the outdoors. And so that's something that we specialize in too. So, and that's at Illusion, the Westview property.
And
so.
we talk a lot when people are buying houses. No one buys a house anymore. They're buying
No.
a lifestyle. They're buying an
Exactly.
experience. And
Exactly.
In fact, when I was chairman for HAR, that was my theme, which was experience. And so that has gotten to be a big motivating factor for what was your experience? And that's how Yelp started. What was your experience?
Right.
And so you're saying that's the same thing. So you really focus on not only having the great amenities, but with their experiences there. Do you have anybody that actually coordinates activities or anything of that nature?
Yeah, well, I actually handle the marketing and the PR for Houston and sort of the event coordination and work with the properties
Myra's
on
throwing
that.
the parties.
We're doing a lot
So
of
we
parties
work
over there
together.
from now
The
on.
properties take ownership of a lot of
feeling
that
a
too. They're
rat pack
I'm feeling
amazing.
a rat
One of
pack
those-
party coming
I
up pretty soon,
love
yes.
at the Muse.
At the Muse.
22,000 square foot entertainment room.
Ooh, we're
It's
in that.
listen,
You
it's
got
not gangsta, it's gangster.
Okay.
That takes it to the next level.
So
that will actually almost fit, our party. So
That would almost fit everybody, yes.
We
I
hosted
would
the
agree.
Montrose Management District there, and they had a great time.
I
We should do it.
I think
We should
can
do
make
it.
that happen.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think something's on the calendar.
But we do those community, and it goes back to, like I said, just partnering with local businesses and supporting philanthropy. So we look at the demographics of each property and say, what type of lifestyle are they wanting to have? And we custom create our activities and our partnerships and our collaborations around that, and allowing the different properties to meet each other and experience neat things in Houston. So we like to introduce them to their neighborhoods and really create some stickiness there so that they can learn more about it. And then, again, next step is normally buying a home.
You had Rob at stickiness, by the way.
Anyway, those cookies were really sticky.
We
talk a lot about walking scores and things like that. I would imagine areas like the Muse, they actually can walk to, and it's really important nowadays for urban professionals to be able to walk to other venues other than just what's in their immediate complex.
Oh, yeah. And, so for us, one of our strategies is to be sort of off the beaten the path. So, and I say it like this, privacy amongst publicity. So we're not going to be like on a main huge corner intersection. We're going to be in the middle of it all, tucked away, where you have access to everything, and you're sort of strategically located next to everything you need. So grocery stores and different shops. So tucked away would be the best way.
What's your occupancy levels right now?
Oh my gosh, through the roof. It's because of who we are. It's getting really kind of tough to find apartments with us, and so people are all over it. And we're at 90%, 94, 96. I think at one of our properties we have like only 1 2-bedroom left and one bedroom left.
I thought you said through the roof, 120%. We're stacking them in there tenfold.
I'm telling you, it's great.
So, we love it. Let's give the Muse as an example. So, what would the amount be at that time?
So, every property is different, obviously, right? There's neighborhood and there's area. So, I would say on average with all of our properties, it could range anywhere between $1,500 to $1,800 for a 1-bedroom. And then around 23 to 28 for a two bedroom. You get pretty good square footage, but remember, each property is different. They're known for different things. Exactly. So you got to go online and check it out and see which one's right.
You know
what
we're known for? We're known for we have to take a break every 15 minutes, by the way.
For what?
Yeah. So Teresa Kennedy, I know you're calling in to say hello. We'll get you right after the break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself. I'm so pretty. I'm too high.